the last hours, the National Police gave statements about the body found last Friday, 21st of October, in the sector of Big Pond.
Last Friday, October 21st, the community of the Big Pond Lagoon sector was in shock after a dismembered body was found in 2 garbage bags that were located in 2 different places in the area with a corpse. After investigations by the competent authority, it was announced that the lifeless body belongs to a man who is not a native of the island.
In the investigative work that we have been carrying out to clarify the homicide of last Friday, October 21st, we would like to inform you that the identity of the body corresponds to Mr. Andrés Javier Durango Bravo, 32 years old, entered our island on September 22nd, 2022. Once formally established through the Attorney General's Office of the Nation, he is registered in the system annotations for homicide in 2012, illegal possession of firearms for private use for the military forces in 2015, and also records other annotations during the validity of these years where he was indicated for the crime of manufacture, trafficking, possession, or bearing of firearms.
The National Police called on the community to communicate any information relevant to the case to the hotline 123 or any other means they deem appropriate. In addition, the commander of the police department indicated that the information that allows clarifying directly those responsible for the criminal act against Durango Bravo will get a reward from the police institution.
The government signs alliance All Loved, All Safe with the Colombian National Institution of Family Welfare.
An alliance called Todos Amados, Todos Seguros that arises from the need to guarantee affection as a condition for comprehensive development in the different stages of life and in the need of children and adolescents. This is a pact that will be valid until December 31st of 2023.
We have signed the alliance All Loved, All Safe with the purpose of joining efforts in technical assistance, facilitating spaces, targeting and disseminating of the information offered for the success and access and guarantee of rights to children and adolescents. What it will achieve is that we will join efforts, optimize resources, and be able to give priority attention to children and adolescents, women, and people with disabilities, so it has been a resounding success.
This strategy is guided by 7 commitments: technical assistance related to different topics in relation to the promotion of rights and risk prevention for the target population of both entities, facilitate spaces of each entity for the development of activities related to programs, strategies, projects, or initiatives, disseminate the care offered by each of the entities under the condition and through the different means of communication, joint effort to carry out targeting processes for the care offered by each entity with the aim of obtaining a greater scope and benefit for the participant and beneficiaries, guarantee the proper development of programs, strategies, project, or initiative, jointly implement the action and monitor them, and last, promote the action contemplated.
On this 28th of October, the department is getting ready for a day of sport activities in commemoration of the fight against breast cancer.
The Ministry of Sports, in articulation with the departmental government through the Healthy Habits and Lifestyles Program of the Health Secretariat, will carry out this Friday, October 28th, a day of physical activity in commemoration of the fight against breast cancer with the Departmental League Against Cancer.
On October 28th, Friday from 5 in the morning, we will have a massive activity in commemoration of the fight against breast cancer. We will be taking blood pressure screenings, and together with the league, we will have an explanation about the self-care exam that we have to do as women and men. We will have a mixed martial arts class and then aerobic rumba with music with a duration of 1 hour. Physical activity, we invite the entire community to participate in this activity. On Friday 28th at the Coral Palace, completely free, we will have screenings, lectures. We will be waiting for you. Come out of your home and come do exercise.
During the Physical Activity Day, the Health Department will give a talk on the prevention of non-communicable diseases such as cancer, diabetes, and cardiovascular diseases.
And the agenda at the hearings of The Hague has been released. These will be from the 5th till the 10th of September.
The public hearings for the Colombia-Nicaragua case on the 200 nautical miles of sea that Nicaragua expects to obtain from its Caribbean coast will take place from December 5th to December 10th. Representatives from each of the countries may be registered until November 28th. It is important to mention that the national government will be represented by Eduardo Valencia and Carolina Olarte as lawyers. The Colombian defense will also be represented by Gabriel Cifuentes Guindini, a lawyer from the Universidad de los Andes and a master in institutional law from the University of New York. It should be noted that the government has also appointed Elizabeth J., a biologist and physicist with a master's degree in marine environmental protection from the University of Bangor, Wales in the United Kingdom, as a co-agent for the dispute with the neighboring country.
A new tropical wave is in transit, and it is expected that this weekend and beginning of next week it enter in the Caribbean Colombian Sea.
For the next few days, especially over the weekend and beginning for next week, a new system is expected to enter. A tropical wave will generate heavy rainfall, especially in the central eastern Caribbean Sea, and also significant rainfall in the Caribbean region. The most intense are expected in the Guajira, Magdalena, Cesar, and in sectors of the Atlantic in the Sierra Nevada, Santa Marta.
The EDM will continue to monitor this low-pressure system and invites the authorities and the community to follow up with the official entities and the communiques issued by the EDM.
In the coming days, the departmental government will hold a recreational and a health day for all pets of the island.
This October 28th, the Secretariat of Health is conducting an anti-rabies vaccination day at the Morgan Cannel from 3 p.m. until 5 p.m., an initiative that the departmental administration takes as a measure of prevention and control of the rabies virus.
On that day, what is going to be done is the canine feline rabies vaccination. Pets are initially vaccinated because they can infect humans through a bite or contaminate saliva. What is sought with the vaccination is to prevent the contagion of the animals to the person. We invite you to also be prepared as pet owners that vaccinate your dogs. Remember that this is a disease where we are not only preventing the animal but also you, so that you are not infected with this disease.
For people who come to vaccinate their pets, they should be in good condition and not present cough or lack of appetite among other symptoms.
Works have already begun to build 2 classrooms at the Maria Inmaculada Educational Institution.
By the means of a donation, the first step for the reconstruction of the Maria Inmaculada School is already being taken. This is thanks to an effort by the Colombian Catholic Church.
This work is being supported by the Colombian Catholic Church through an institution called Caritas Colombia, which made an international effort, obtained some resources to support us there in Providence, and we have destined this to rebuild a couple of rooms in what used to be the convent.
The donations for this construction was of approximately $90,000, which will build a couple anti-hurricane classrooms.
It is a 2-story building. On the second floor, there will be a battery of bathrooms and a classroom. On the second floor, we will have access through an outside staircase, a hallway, and we will have 2 classrooms. The size of the work is 180 square meters. It will have a cover in metallic profiles. It has a marine triplex and a red cover.
The classrooms are designed in order to harmonize with the future project of the reconstruction of the convent.
I would like to take this opportunity to thank the commitment, dedication, and presence of the Guadalupanas de la Salle sisters who have been in charge of the institution and who have given their all to move this beautiful work forward. I also invite the entire community to continue fighting for the educational institution, the reconstruction of the work, and for education.
The bishop invites the community of parents to be attentive to a call tomorrow where more details about this work will be given.
And the reconstruction of the Batham House Library complete 82% progress. The old building was affected by the passage of Hurricane Iota.
The Batham House Library destroyed after Iota has 2 months under construction. This work by the Ministry of Culture is progressing rapidly, and in less than a month, children, youngsters and adults in this neighborhood will have the space available.
It's a prototyped library that are replicated throughout Colombia. As such, is structurally composed of masonry and concrete. This steel structure is divided into 3 parts: a children's area, a reading area, and a computer area as such.
This library is a prototype that is being built in other parts of the country. The building is bioclimatic, meaning it should require no mechanical ventilation.
In the part of the bathrooms, there is a safe area with a poured top over the bathrooms. It is made with seismic requirements. To complete the works as such, it needs finishes such as windows, painting, installation of the veneer, and some plastering.
In spite of the inconveniences, the work is expected to be finished in approximately 15 days.
And with news of the municipality, we reach to the end of this broadcast. We see you tomorrow at 1 p.m. with more Teleislas news. Good night.